Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Very fresh faced. I just got out the bath. I've just washed my hair. Hair wash day. Does anybody else get so stressed on the lead up to hair wash day? I'm like, right, I need a couple of hours. I need them separated from anything else. I need nobody else in the house. I need the dog satisfied and happy. I need the washing under control, and then I can focus on my hair. Anyway, so this morning that happened, I vowed at the end of my last video that I wasn't going to film with Invisalign in, and I've just picked up the camera, but I will take it out in my next little clip because it's so rank to look at, and I'm fully aware of this, but girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do. It's an investment, you know, you can't take that lightly. But I wanted to pick it up now because do you think my little pink fleece is just the cutest thing in the world? It's from Primark, and I honestly think Primark have entered a new stage. I just think they are thriving right now, and actually I'm going to run into Primark when I go to Cheltenham later this afternoon, because there are a couple things that I want. I want to get a long line. When I say long line, I mean to like here max. I don't mean like long, kind of like just to cover my bottom, basically. Sleeveless cardigan. And weirdly, when I search that online, it's not really coming up with a heck of a lot. Also, just some basic long sleeve high neck tees, like kind of to here, because I honestly can never be bothered to put like some tan on or anything like that. So I like to be covered in the winter 100%. That was my favourite, definitely not my favourite. One of my favourite parts of autumn and winter is the fact that I can just cover up. I don't need to have my skin out. I can be cozy. I can just be like, yeah, just hide behind fabric, basically. Yeah, just put on some Levi's, and then nobody else what I'm wearing, but I'm telling you. And then I'm really proud of these. They look like Birkenstock shoes. They're called Arizona, this style, if they were Birkenstock, but they're not. They were 20 quid from not HomeSense, TK Maxx, also Cheltenham. So I am really comfy today, and I'm happy with the way I look, because that is a tall feat when you're on your period, let me tell you. I'm just going to let my hair kind of air dry a little bit and let my skincare soak in. I have a couple of jobs I want to do now, and I thought I would start the video now because this is the kind of stuff that I do all the time, and I think it's quite interesting to film. So basically, I'm very much like a DIY. I like to kind of flip furniture, so I kind of like to get something a bit kind of that's had its day and sand it down, paint it, kind of basically just give certain pieces of furniture a bit of a makeover. I'm not doing anything in that kind of extreme sense. However, we've got these absolutely gorgeous little step ladders for Etta, my toddler, to step up to the bathroom sink to do her teeth. There's one downstairs and one upstairs, and they're so lovely, but the wood on the actual steps is quite light, and I love a dark, rich tone. So I want to basically dye the wood. So I'm going to go and do that downstairs in the kitchen, and I thought you might want to come along and see how I do it, really, because I think it's a lovely way to add a bit more character to the accessories and the decor in your house. You know, if you can get something from Marketplace, it's like a very rustic kind of unvarnished trunk, for example, you can add so much. Yeah, I'm just passionate about it, truly passionate about it. I absolutely love taking a piece of furniture and making it look so much nicer. Obviously it's all down to opinion, but yeah, so come with me and let's dye some wood. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm gonna make myself a hot chocolate, a hotel chocolat hot chocolate, and get started. This is what I use, this dark oak wood stain. So if you can see, fast drying, non-toxic, and really easy to use. I have a bunch of paint brushes. Oh, I do actually need a much smaller one. I need like a little kind of 2 centimetre one. I'm also going to dye this as well. This is just a really cute kind of heart-shaped display bowl that I got from a supermarket a few years ago. I can't remember which one, and I absolutely love it, but I think if I kind of get it into a tone of wood that suits the rest of our house, then I can use it as a bit of a fruit bowl or something like that, because we do not. Just bear with, because Whiskey, I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm stood up, she harasses me, and it's only for reassurance. She's not a naughty dog. but it is a bit of a problem. She gives me her paw, she just wants attention fully. This is the said step ladder I was talking to you about. It is so lovely, and it's a really, really beautiful like biscuit colour on the side. But yes, so this is the wood here that is just too light. I just don't like it. It really annoys me. I just need a bowl to put some paint into. Actually, this is perfect. An old takeaway box. And then I need to cover this space with a bit of protection and start painting. So let me get set up. That leads me to my first big piece of news that I want to share. I'm so excited. We have been renters, well, forever. I've never owned before. My husband said he owned a cottage when he was kind of early 20s and then sold it for the money to put into his business. We've never owned together. I have rented, if you knew how many times I've rented a property, you would be shook, because I was in London for 10 years and then Cotswolds for 3 years. We were waiting until we could afford that dream house, that forever home, that what you dream of when you're younger and you picture yourself in, kind of double fronted around here, like a Cotswold stone, but detached with land. But that comes with a hefty price, and let me tell you, we have been living here for a while. My husband's been here since uni, so a very long time. See, girls, please. I'm not having fun, but they just play. And the prices just keep going up in the Cotswolds because obviously we've got Ellen DeGeneres now here. Apparently Beyonce's moving in. You know, it's becoming more and more popular, so the prices are continuing to increase. I did a very clever thing. I moved from London, so it seemed, you know, the word cheap. It's just because I can't find a better one currently in my state of mind. But the Cotswolds seemed cheap when I moved from London because London prices for rentals were at least double for what you can get here. When I moved to the Cotswolds, I was renting a two-bedroom, 3-story house for half the amount of my 2-bedroom, lower ground floor flat in a bit of a rough place part of London. So I thought I had smashed it, but then once you are here for a while, you realise that when you want to come to buy, it is so expensive. So we have been putting it off, and now we've decided to stop putting it off because Etta is now turning 2 next week, and I'm just so sick of not being able to say this is her home. You know, where you rent, you know it's not forever, so I can't say that this is Etta's home. And I grew up in a very privileged way in the sense that I never moved house. I grew up on a farm in northwest of England, and never ever ever did we ever move house, which is very typical of farmers. My dad's never left the farm, and I actually don't know how old he is now. I think he's 65, 66. So yeah, I always knew what home was. I always knew exactly the feeling of home. Etta does not yet have that because she's lived in a couple different houses already, and I find it mortifying. I do. I just find it really, really sad and devastating that she's already moved a couple of times in her very, very, very short life so far. So I am so excited to say that we have decided to purchase. We are under offer in a village that we completely adore. It is so untouched. It is so quiet, peaceful, but also well situated. We cannot wait. We have let go of the dream of getting a kind of big family home, basically. This is small. Currently it's only a 2-bed, but it has so much potential. There is already, the current owners have already broken into the kind of eaves to make that into a big master bedroom. So that's incredibly exciting, and I use the word big, not to be like, oh, big, you know, big master bedroom, how exciting for me. What I mean by that is we could technically make it into 2, and then all of a sudden it's a 4-bedroom house, which is perfectly adequate. Oh my goodness me, we'd be so lucky. So that is the plan. We hope to exchange in about a month, and we will not be moving in straight away, unfortunately, as much as I really want to, and I'm the most impatient person in the world. We need to wait, because we need to wait for the top floor to be done so that we do have that extra bedroom. Because neither of us have family close by, I for one always have my mum especially, and my dad, but my mum especially, to stay. She is obsessed with Etta and she helps. I don't know how I would do anything without her. I don't know how I would have raised Etta so far without my mum. So we definitely need that extra room for her, basically, or for a guest, or for family coming and helping. So very, very exciting. Lots of work to do. We're also redoing the kitchen, the utility. It does have planning permission for an extension, but we're not going to do that yet, purely because we can't afford to. So I am so excited to bring you guys along, and I've already met with both Howdens and Wren for kitchen kind of plans, and I'm just, yeah, it's basically a dream come true. And Etta's going to have a home. Etta's going to have that bedroom that is going to be her bedroom. It's going to be her bedroom. If she wants to paint it pink, she can. If she wants to draw all over it, she can, because it's hers. So it is not lost on me that it is phenomenally difficult to buy a house. If you've watched my previous videos from the beginning of the year, we've been in and out of trying to buy for a very, very, very long time, and learn the hard way how difficult it is and how expensive it is, and how even when you think you've got enough money for maybe squeezing a deposit, you've then got stamp duty, because my husband's bought before, and you've got solicitors' fees, surveys, searches, everything's thousands, and it's sickening, the costs, and how difficult it is to buy a house these days. I honestly thought, I was at the point where I was like, do you know what, we'll just rent forever, but we'll find a long-term rental somewhere, and let's just give up on buying, like, it's fine, it's not meant to be, who cares? But this house, I think, is going to be a really smart move and a really smart investment for us. I think we can definitely get money out of it. I think there is a chance, I don't ever want to move, but if we need to expand, if we have more children, there is a way we can do that, which I'll also explain in the future. So I hope we move into this little nook and never ever leave, because I want to plant roots. I want Etta to know every local kid, and yeah, so dream times ahead, very, very exciting. Gosh, I can talk, can't I? I'm going to start painting. I will put you on time lapse so that I basically stop talking, because I need to make sure that I do not bore you all to death. Hello guys, so I have put a bit of makeup on and blow dried my hair, which is brilliant, and it's raining, so it's all gonna go to pot, but that's absolutely fine. I obviously spoke of earlier in the video how much I'm obsessed with basically giving furniture a bit of a makeover. I'm gonna show you now a couple of the items I've recently done a couple of weeks back for Etta, and see what you guys think. So let me show you. Let me flip you round. So this little corner here, Etta has got toys everywhere. So actually I'll start with this. Hello Whiskey. Riley has chosen violence today. Whenever she's like this with one of Etta's toys, she will just take it and she will just lie there and just have her chops around it. Like an iron jaw, and if anyone comes near her, it's gonna be violent. It's gonna be violent. No, it's not really. I'm not actually putting out to the internet that I've got a violent dog. She is an amazing dog, and she's so beautiful and so kind and so lovely. But yeah, she gets basically possessive over toys. Anyway, that was a fun little diversion. So this they sell in IKEA only for around £20, and you can get it from another company that basically gets it from IKEA but then will engrave names. I just realised that Etta's put some spaghetti bolognese there. So one of them says Etta and one of them says Mama. I don't know if you can tell. See? Kind of like embossed. And I haven't done it very well, but I decided to get my favourite paint colour, which is Drop Cloth by Farrow and Ball, and I've painted it. It was just a plain light wood. And then this is just a blackboard sticker. It's literally a sticker from Amazon. And I've put it on the chairs as well. And she absolutely adores just with chalk. Hi, YouTube. She absolutely adores doing this now instead of just colouring in. Basically, the girl cannot be trusted with a felt tip pen anymore. It's just not okay. If Etta has a felt tip pen, the house is not safe, the walls are not safe, I am not safe. First of all, she will draw all over her cheeks as if she's joining some kind of cult, some kind of Girl Scouts, and then she will just go around the house redecorating. Like the pen is everywhere. And then we took her to a restaurant the other week just for like a brunch, me, my mum and my mum's best friend, and she just started colouring in the table, and it was a beautiful wooden table, and I was like, oh, it'll come off, and then didn't come off. Nope, it didn't. And then she started colouring in on the windows, and I was like, babe, this has got to stop. This ain't okay. Like, I'm going to be kicked out of every place locally. She's a liability with a felt tip pen, is my girl. So no, that we needed to come up with a solution, and we needed to come up with it quick. So as I was painting, sanding down and painting this table, my mum had the great idea of getting her little these little chalkboards. In fact, let me show it to you. Oh, my back. So we've now got two of these. One lives in the bag, the nappy bag, and one is just kind of around the house. And that was just the most genius idea. And then therefore I was like, surely you can get like some kind of placemat that's chalkboard. Anyway, I found on Amazon this sticker, and it is just brilliant. And I actually randomly saw recently on someone's Instagram, they were renovating their house, and in one of the walls in the kitchen they literally did this. They just did a big blackboard sticker, and the kids like every day would just like scribble on it, and it's just personality and family life, and I just loved that. So I think I'm going to do that in our new house. So yeah, I have diverged there, haven't I? Digressed. But yes, and then I got this little wooden shelf and thought it'd be good on here just for her like Tony box and just things like that. I don't know, but she absolutely loves it. This over here, I have made a mess of the leg here, which I need to get off. This unit is from Facebook Marketplace. A lovely father had built it for his children, and it was just plain light wood, completely unvarnished, very, very, very rustic. These lovely metal legs. I just thought it was brilliant, and I also thought I can make that really cute. So got it, and like I said, I had this big tub of Drop Cloth by Farrow and Ball, so decided to paint it, and I'm so glad I did because I'm actually obsessed with it now. And there's 3 little sections, which is cute. And this is not Etta's, obviously, by the way. This, unfortunately, that one's a bit wonky. We then put on the handles that I got from Amazon. I think I got a pack of 10 for maybe £8. And these are literally my favourite kind of rustic, kind of antique brass handles, which is so dreamy. And then this is actually my pride and joy. So I need to show you, 1 second, let me just have a look online. Okay, so this is what the kitchen looked like, which we got for Etta for her first birthday. So obviously it's 2 different shades of pink and then white, and then you've kind of got a bit of a brick effect at the back there. and super cute, and we've been obsessed. But I was just getting a bit bored of it, as I do with a lot of furniture, hence me wanting to just redo furniture and paint it and everything every few weeks. I have a bit of a sickness about it, so I just thought I'd get creative. So here is the renovated kitchen, and I am obsessed. Etta is obsessed. I think she thought it was a brand new toy, brand new kitchen. For the wallpaper at the back here, I've used Dalesford kind of retail bags, cut them to size and stuck them on, and honestly it is the best decision, because she now walks over here and she goes moo cow and she goes bah sheep, so she obviously in a much cuter way. It's kind of more to look at, and I'm very happy that I've provided that. I got these lovely kind of boards from Home Sense and these nice little pots from Smith. There were different handles on here before, but I took those off, unscrewed them, filled in the holes, and then I've decided to get these, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, from Amazon. And I personally just think it's so much cooler. It's basically my dream kitchen, but for Etta. And I've also taken away, there was like plastic, like window here and up here. And I just don't like plastic. I just don't like the way it looks. I feel like I only ever want like natural materials as and where I can have them. So I've taken that out. These baskets are amazing from IKEA. And I think they look really lovely and rustic as well. They're like a good strong wicker. So yeah, let me know what you think, but I'm really proud of myself. These kinds of things give me an enormous amount of satisfaction, and I also just love that everything is now matching. The other thing is this little area here we got from Amazon, and this was blue and white striped, which nothing on a house is blue, so I obviously wanted to change that. So this once again is drop cloth, so it's all ties in together. And I got this little sign from Amazon, I think it was £10 to have it made. It says Etta's Farm Shop, and it's just so cute. So yeah, and it covers the fireplace, which is not to my taste, to put it lightly. Super fun little home DIY jobs. Prepare yourself for some C-word decks coming out to play, because it's time to feel merry. I cannot wait for Christmas. I've decided that my autumn decorating is going to be from the beginning of September all through September and October until the very end. Then my December kind of Christmas is going to be all of November and all of December. So I'm going to decorate on the 1st of November. I saw a quote on Instagram the other day and made me so happy. It said it's my responsibility to create the magic of their childhood, and I take it very seriously. Couldn't resonate with that more. I want to make Etta's childhood so magical. I want Easter, I want the house to be surrounded by eggs and bunnies and all that kind of stuff, and then obviously autumn, just pumpkins, and I just want to create that for her. It obviously makes my soul happy too, clearly. This is a new Christmas decoration that we will be using every single year, and I'm so excited. I've been wanting to get one of these for Etta, and I've been looking at different companies that do them, and they do get very pricey, so I'm happy with this one. And My First Years is such a nice brand for kids. So let me just show you. It's not packaged very well, I have to say. No offense, but it's not, which is a shame. But look. So yeah, it is a fabric advent calendar that I can reuse every year. So I can put little presents in there, or some treats. I can pop little Tonys in, which is cute idea. She would love that. And then I've also had it personalised with Etta's full name, Etta Elizabeth Jane. It's going to take so much in me to not hang this up literally today. But obviously that'll be like having one bite of a chocolate bar. Like, obviously it's not going to stop there, so I can't even get into it. We have to commit and see through our autumn festivities before we dive into Christmas. I love how it's like red and white here, like a little candy cane. Oh, so cute. Right, let me take that Tony out, otherwise she will wonder where her little Peppa Pig Tony is gone. It is 1 AM. She's just woken up. I don't know why she's having this like regression right now. Am I doing something wrong? Her routine need changing up? Food, what's it to do with? Because there's going to be a reason, isn't there? But yeah, I'm just giving her some milk. I do know you're meant to not give them milk or food or anything like that if they're waking up, because then when they're next waking the night, the following evening, they will want the same thing. They'll want more. Hello, baby. She's so cute. But yeah, just trying to figure it out. Anyway, see you in the morning.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10.
Hi everyone, it is now the next day. It is Wednesday today. We've just been doing some crafts in the kitchen and now we're going to go to the pumpkin patch, which I'm so excited for. Last year when we went, she wasn't walking. Etta. She wasn't walking. Etta. Oh baby. She wasn't walking. Sorry, I don't want to get Etta in her. She wasn't walking. Last year you weren't walking. This year you are, so you're going to be running around on the pumpkins. Baby. Should we do row row? Row, row, row the boat gently down the stream. Huh?
Okay.
Oh. She's still having her regression, hence last night's little addition to the video. Just want to be real, because if I ever seem like I'm flagging or tired, it's good to be honest as to why. And yeah, she's still waking around midnight every night and I'm not understanding it because the cold has now peaked. So Mama. Her cold has now peaked, so she's definitely on the home stretch. Not that there won't be another one around the corner because it's that time of year. So she's whining because she wants me to pick her up. Oh, oh baby. So yes, I think it's a growth spurt. I think it's typical of Etta's age as well. Anyway, clearly this isn't working with me filming with her here. Is it, you cheeky monkey? I love you. Row, row. She's just had some scrambled eggs and now we're going to get in the car. Whoa, girl. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go grab some pumpkins, grab a croissant because that's Etta's favourite thing ever right now. By the way, really random one. We are watching on YouTube Guess How Much I Love You. It's a channel, I mean it's a book that we love, but it's a channel and they have the loveliest videos about the seasons and about different animals, and it's just a really kind, calm, healthy, pure, just a good vibe thing for them to watch. I've realised that Peppa Pig is a bit of a no-go. She loves it and she can still watch it in moderation, but as her favourite programme it doesn't really work anymore. And I had heard that from a few people, that it's just a bit stressful for them to watch because Peppa's quite flippant with her moods. She's very, very, very sassy. She is quite rude to her little brother and that kind of transpires quite quickly. It's really, really interesting watching it happen. Like I thought that was a bit of a load of cobby wobblers when I saw videos talking about that kind of thing on Instagram, and then seeing Etta, she started to like tantrum more. It was really interesting, and since I've stopped her watching Peppa Pig, now she doesn't as much. Don't get me wrong, she doesn't have a bunch of screen time, but I don't see screen time as a negative if she's watching something that's calm and educational. So she'll watch something that's educational, like Etta can count to 10 now, which is, I just think is incredible. Obviously I'm biased, but I didn't think she'd be able to do that at age 2. And that's because of the likes of Miss Rachel. Right, we are gonna get ready and go to the farm park. See you there. Say bye. Bye. Good girl. Hello everyone, I'm currently pushing Ed. Unfortunately the pumpkin patch is closed today, which is just our luck. No, it's fine, we can come back in a couple of days. She's got nursery the next 2 days, and then I will bring her on Friday to the pumpkin patch, and actually it'll be even more Halloweeny by then. Until that point, we are just going to have a lovely day at the farm park anyway, because we adore it here. We're here quite a lot, and there's Highland cows, there's goats. Actually, you can probably see behind me. Can you see all of the farmyard animals? Effort is obsessed with the swings. Now that we're buying a house, I really want to get her a swing set. You see, haven't really wanted to do it in a rental because it's a big old thing to lug around, but definitely going to do it in the new house. Woo! Maybe in the spring. And also here, because it really is a huge recommendation to come to the Cotswolds literally just for this Cotswold farm park, because you can hold little ducks, you can see the lambs. Oh, wait a second, it's going to be lambing season soon. I'm completely discombobulated. When is lambing season? It's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up. So you can come and see the little lambs here, which is so cute. And once again, like this autumn winter is just going to be even more fun because Etta understands so much more. Like, she knows what a sheep is, and therefore like she'll completely understand that that's a baby sheep, and that just makes it all the more fun. Mama get on the swing.
Yeah.
Okay, my love. Be right back.